Hello, creative thinkers, and welcome to Creative Thinker Inc., the home of opportunities. Today, I want to talk about VBD and why the emphasis on VBD. VBD, the conception of it was based on telling stories of entrepreneurs, telling stories of business, giving business insights. I grew up binging on the Rich Dad Poor Dad books. I grew up binging on the success magazines. And for me, they opened a different perspective. I read a lot of motivational books back in the day. And even up until now, I'm so interested in the business model behind anything. So for me, one thing that I've learned along the way is that if you want to grow, if you really, really want to grow, if you know an insight, share it. And that's where I say, you know what, let me just share things that I know. I always mentioned it, or I mentioned it earlier on in VBD, that I am not an expert in business, but I'm very passionate about business. I'm not a technocrat in business, but I am learning to do things, along the way. I'm going in and some of the things that I actually speak about, I'm actually working on. That's me. That has been what I'm all about. So Visual Business Diary is the full name of VBD. As a content creator, in my mind, how I think as a producer is I focus on structure. I focus on how to break down things so that it makes it easier and makes it digestible. The first term that we had, that was in 2019, 4 or 5 years ago, we spoke about, I used to like this term, making business knowledge easily digestible. For example, I like this term where you go and you put your sadza. When you're eating your sadza, you just don't go like, you put it and you start taking it in bite sizes. And, when you do that, you get to be filled. Your supper, you have actually eaten your supper, your lunch, whatever where your sadza will be. But the point that I'm talking about right now is that sometimes we might know things from a perspective of, okay, this is the term, but what we want to do as VBD is we want to be able to connect with the concept, like have a concept, like what we talk, but really practically apply it. How do we practically apply it? See what other people have done, learn a concept, and then once we have done that, we can actually start taking that for ourselves personally, because a business has to start with you, the person. Personally, what do we need to change? What do we need to do? And then actually the business starts with your mindset. Your mindset. If your mindset is ahead, if your mindset is clear, if your mindset is in peace, if you're at peace, it's easy for you to build a business. So personally you, and then we go to apply. So that is, in a nutshell, VBD.